Good evening. In case you have forgotten, I am Phil Middleton, Chairman of the OMFEF Digital Monetary Institute, and it falls to me to thank you and a whole host of other people and to close this conference. So please bear with me. I promise you a maximum of 10 minutes and then you're all free. We've had a fascinating and challenging afternoon that's covered a range of complex issues surrounding the evolution of the digital economy in the Middle East and elsewhere, with particular emphasis on CBDC. And we have covered a tremendous amount of ground and uncovered an enormous amount of insights. It has been a fascinating afternoon. But I'm also conscious that it's now evening in Abu Dhabi and you'll be eager to get off for your supper. So I am going to make a few brief summary points that I have taken from today's discussions before moving to close. So 4 big takeaways for me. The first is that there is an unstoppable drive from central banks in the MENA region towards the introduction of a CBDC, central bank digital currency, be that retail, be that wholesale, be that both, although policy imperatives and approaches may differ between countries. It's unlikely that one size will fit all. So CBDC is coming sooner probably rather than later in the MENA region. 2, we're likely to see with that the evolution of what some have called a network of networks. So a tapestry of payment media and infrastructures in a new financial ecosystem that will comprise both incumbents, both traditional financial services players, and a whole range of new participants. Thirdly, there will be growing regional cooperation between national authorities in areas such as cybersecurity, supervision, standards, and interoperability, to name but 4. And finally, the norm for much of the future will be of partnership between public and private sectors, stretching right across the value chain from concept and prototyping through implementation and onwards into day-to-day operations. And that's likely to be the model that we'll see as the region moves to upscale into a fully fledged digital economy. Many more other points I could make, particularly around financial inclusion, particularly around the growth of new financial models, decentralized finance, and the like, but I shan't. You'll all have taken away your own particular insights, and I look forward to hearing any further thoughts you have on it. Today has been a model of its kind, and very much the model for the OMFEF Digital Monetary Institute of providing a bridge between the public and private sectors to discuss in a neutral environment these kind of issues and the best ways of resolving them. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our partners today, the Arab Monetary Fund, for making this happen and for inviting us to join with them in designing and delivering this conference. I'd especially like to thank the Director General and Chairman of the Board of the Arab Monetary Fund, His Excellency Abdulrahman Al-Hamidi, for all the hard work, intellectual contributions, and insight that the AMF and their colleagues have provided in this conference. And we at OMFEF look forward to future versions, perhaps in Abu Dhabi itself. I'd also like to thank all roundtable and breakout participants from both public and private sectors for giving us their time, their insights, their excellent, knowledgeable and provocative contributions to the discussions and debates that we've had, and for being so receptive to difficult questions from both the audience and indeed from the roundtable moderators themselves, to whom as well many thanks. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, and collectively none of this would have been possible without you. Please may I also thank and commend the teams at both the Arab Monetary Fund and OMFIF for all their hard work behind the scenes in delivering faultless logistics and a seamless performance that makes it very easy for participants simply to get on with the discussions without worrying about the technology. And finally, I'd like to thank you, our audience, from the MENA region and elsewhere in the world for your participation. I hope you found it enjoyable. I hope you come away both with some ideas and thoughts, and also with some commercial opportunities. And with that, I would like to bring this conference to a close, to wish everybody Masa al Khair, good night and Godspeed. Shukran and thank you all. Good night.